Hello friends, let's welcome to another chapter, Owls in the Family, Chapter 3, Grade 5, Subject English. Before we progress into the story, let us know something about the author. The author is Ruskin Bond. You can see his picture here. He was born on May 19, 1934 at a place called Kasauli in India. He studied at Bishop Cotton's School in Shimla. The awards he received: the John Llewellyn Rhys Prize in 1957, the Sahitya Academy Award in 1992, the Padma Shri in 1999, and the Padma Bhushan in 2014. Some of his notable works are The Room on the Roof, for which he won the Sahitya Academy, Our Trees Still Grow in Dera, A Flight of Pigeons. Apart from these novels, he has written short stories too, for children and adults alike. His short stories include horror stories, the horror omnibus, the children's omnibus, etc. Now for the summary of Owls in the Family. The story begins with the author's grandfather finding an owl in the veranda of their home in Dehradun. Now the author lived in Dehradun with his grandparents, and his grandparents, through the writer's earlier works, we come to know was an animal lover. He used to bring a lot of animals back home. So we come to know through other stories, which is not here. Other stories are there where the grandfather enthusiastically brings home different varieties of animals to the home. So in this story, the grandfather finds an owl in the veranda of the home in Dehradun. The grandfather feeds it meat and water, despite it clacking its beak and hissing. Now when you go and feed a frightened bird or a baby bird which is frightened, it will try to attack you. So in this case too, the owlet tried to attack the grandfather, but the grandfather managed to feed it meat and water. The bird settled down under the author's bed. After eating the meat and drinking the water, the bird decided to go and under the author's bed and make it its own home. Now, the spotted owlet are small birds. The spotted owlets are the owls we are talking about in the story. They are a fully grown spotted owl is as large as a myna or a thrush. They don't have that sinister appearance of large owls. What do we mean by sinister appearance? When we look at an owl, what comes to our mind? That it is evil. Sinister means evil. That it is evil. It has a look of evil on its face. Though owls are not evil at all. Okay, but as we progress in the story, it says that these birds do not have the evil looks of a large owl. The owlet is not afraid of man and are not strictly a night bird. Now, maximum time we see that birds are scared of human beings, but the spotted owlet is not scared of human beings. Neither it is a night bird. Now we have always heard that owls are nocturnal birds. Nocturnal means animals that stay awake at night or hunt their food at night. Okay, so maximum owls stay awake at night. But the spotted owlet is not a night bird, though it prefers to stay at home during the day because the other birds might attack it. You know that there are some birds that do not like other birds, they try and attack them. So these birds attack the owls and consider them as their enemy. The author found another baby owlet a few days later, and at the exact same spot where the first owlet was found, in the veranda under the pipe. Now what happened was, when the author decided to investigate, he found that on the roof where the pipe was held, you know, Shimla is a hilly region, and in hilly regions the houses have sloping roofs. Okay, at the end of the roof there is a pipe to collect the drain water, and which goes down and flows to the connecting drains. Okay, so on the opening mouth of the pipe was on the roof. So near the roof, near the opening mouth of the pipe, there must have been a nest, and these owlets have slipped into the pipe and come down into the veranda. Okay. The author found another baby owlet a few days later in the exact same place under the opening of the pipe. Okay. When the author investigated, he found a nest there. Soon the author took that second owlet also and joined it with the first, and he started looking after both of them. The mother owl came to look at her owlets at night, and she gurgled and she hissed and she wanted to meet her babies, but she could not because there was a mosquito net in between her and the window and where the babies were. So what she did was she left a dead mouse for them. 10 days later, when the author and the grandfather thought that the babies are quite healthy now and can be released back into the nature, so they took the two owlets and tried to put them back in nature in the mango tree. But they were attacked by the mother bird. The mother bird came and swooped and pecked on the author's head as well as the grandfather's, though the grandfather managed to escape. But the mother owl returned back with the children and tried to give it back to the grandfather. Now, before, when the bird was attacking the child or the author and the grandfather, they quickly left the two baby birds on the mango tree and they ran away. Okay, and soon what happened was that the mother owl came back with the children and left them at the grandfather's or the author's house. The owlets became members of the family. Now, when the mother owlet left the babies at the grandfather's house, she looked as though she was sorry for attacking them. Okay, and soon what happened? The owlets became a part of the family. The grandmother, the author's grandmother, she despised or she hated pets. She hated pets like snakes, monkeys, and there were crows also. She hated them. Okay, as I told you in other stories, the author's grandfather used to bring variety of animals into the house. But she took a liking to the owlets. She was very fond of them. Okay, and she even fed them spaghetti. I hope everyone knows what is spaghetti, just like noodles. The owlets, they love to sit and splash in the shallow dish and splash water. There was one like fountain type in front of the house, and they used to sit and splash water. They, after finishing, they used to come out, dry themselves, and again jump into the water bowl for another round. Okay, and the grandmother, as she was very fond of them, she used to splash water on them, cool water, which they seemed to enjoy. At night, though owls had the whole house to themselves, so they used to go to the backyard and hunt for beetles. They were excellent beetle catchers. When the author remembers his childhood days, okay, one incident comes to his mind. The incident was that when he came one afternoon and saw his grandmother taking her afternoon nap on a rocking chair with the owlet sitting under her ear, and both were snoring. So, dear students, I hope you understood the lesson and enjoyed the summary of the story as well as the author's introduction. Till then, take care, goodbye, keep safe.